a frustrating position to be in, but at the same time, he's taken it so well.
Yep.
Not everybody will be such a consistent second placer and still be okay with that, the way that he's still pushing himself. But here we go, game number 1.
Yeah, I think that goes into what Markimu was saying earlier in his interview is yeah, if something is for you, you have to push through the difficulties. You have to push through. He's talking about more the entry-level difficulties compared to getting second place and seeing almost being able to touch the gold medal and not being able to reach it, how mentally defeating that can be for so many different players, but not Wess. Wess perseveres through it.
Well, so far, pretty decent start for Wess. He is sweat beating, so Godly knows all he has to do is catch that landing.
Man, I'm just scared of Wess's ability to find his way in with the gauntlets against the side. Maybe he won't even have to worry about it if he's got the boots on.
Gravity cancel down light.
Yeah, I was waiting for the D-light. You saw him go with the dash D-light, hoping to pick up over the corner. Godly giving him some room, disarming himself with that weapon toss. Wess moving forward, not fully going into his zone.
Another side air, not going to KO just yet. Weapon toss catches him in the head. Wanted to follow up with that pickup gravity cancel down light. He is sweat beating. He's got to be careful. Turns it around instead, and Wess is going to get the first stock.
So Godly just picked up that orb, got knocked out, so his next weapon is going to be the scythe. I don't know if that's his preferred weapon in this matchup compared to the orb. He's going to have to wait for a second as Wess grabs the pair of boots, keeps him weapon starved. Weapon spawn coming into the right side. It's going to be that scythe that we talked about earlier. The weapon toss into the turnaround. I love to see it from Wess.
That's something Wess has been really, really good about throughout the day, is just going for those turnarounds. You'll see it happen a lot. We'll do side light turnaround, side air, things like that. He's just been really good at reading when the opponent wants to get back to center.
Especially he'll fade away with the ground pound. He'll fade away with that turnaround side air. So even if his opponent goes through him and the side air maybe misses, his opponent's not anywhere near where he can actually punish off of that whiff side air.
One thing he does have to be careful of is he's already hit sweat beads, I think, at least 3 times in this game alone. And Godly's starting to recognize that. I think he's going to start punishing Wess a lot more for burning all of his options. There again, he's sweat beating.
Dude, yeah, he went over to the soft platform to touch and get those sweat beats to go away, and Godly knew exactly where he was going because of his current situation. Throughout the neutral air, was able to punish that landing instantly.
Ooh, neutral 6 the wrong way, side 6 the wrong way. Godly misses with the downlight.
The dead zone of that D-light. Blasters players know that one so well, and Wess just lived in that safe zone.
He ends up getting that KO off of the gauntlet recovery. Final stock here for Godly. Miss the unlight, miss the side air.
Yeah, the in-air movement that you have on the side air, that really gives you some creativity and sort of some safety room or wiggle room there to get away from attacks with choosing which direction you fade. There's the side air, sending Wess over to the edge. He's not going to be able to get back, and Godly knows that, so he's not going to go over there, possibly getting hit, giving Wess a chase dodge and a way back to safety. But Wess, he's holding the lead here. Dude, if Wess beats Godly, I might lose my mind. I love this. Is tough because I love both of these players.
Well, Godly definitely making Wess work for it at the very least. Pretty even coming into these final stocks. Godly a little bit more damage inside Sig. Gonna throw him off screen, not quite enough, but one more hit could do it. Godly gets back down safely.
I definitely saw Wess. Okay, there's a recovery KO off the top. I definitely saw Wess practicing the side signatures into the wall exactly like that earlier today. He was just chasing a bot around, trying to force the bot into that area so he could practice the GC side sig.
Well, obviously that practice has paid off as he has been pretty consistent at hitting that, and that is going to give him game number 1. Another thing he's been really good about is you're both floating in the open air, and he goes for the gravity cancel that reaches outward and hits the opponent, right? He did that gravity cancel down light earlier. That time is a gravity cancel side light. That's a thing that not everybody is really used to practicing or playing against, because you're not gonna see an expert player do that.
Yeah, he's the driver who knows exactly how big his car is, and doesn't even really have to look very much or directly see or have someone help them park in a tiny parking spot, because he knows exactly how far that GC D-light especially ranges on the boots. Oh my gosh, he's so perfect with it. He's finding GC D-lights that no other boots player is finding.
Well, here we go. Game number 2.
Oh my gosh! Just like that, the GC Insig KOing off the top.
Godly hit a GCN Sig earlier in the last game. This time it's going to lead to a KO. Small World's End, it is a smaller map.
That's what's so crazy about Brawlhalla is like you have openings like that, like everything that happened right before the GC Insig, and it's just like that can happen and then it all ends there and you go back and reset to neutral, or you can have that single moment where it turns into that GC Insig and that's a stock off the top.
Now, sometimes all it takes is that one moment, that one right decision. Right now, Wess going to try to make the right decision here against Godly in the offstage. Godly going to turn things around again.
Yeah, I think that ground pound was a bait the way Wess pulled out of it so early.
Ooh.
Okay.
That was such a fast jump side air from Wess. Another one, and yeah, that's going to be the stock.
Going back over to the gauntlets. Haven't seen too much of the gauntlets so far, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm mistaken.
Yeah, 50% of the last game he was on gauntlets.
I was just so stoked on the GCD lights that he's picking up that I was really focused on that compared to the gauntlets.
Well, this time definitely feels a little bit more boots heavy so far.
Oh
there's
my
that
gosh.
turnaround side air into the recovery. Man, he's so good at that turnaround.
Nice!
What a wake up from Wess, not enough to KO.
Dude, the mental perseverance that we were talking about from Wess throughout his career. He loses that first stock to the GC Insig right off the top, and look at where he is now. He's now back in the lead.
Yeah, shook off all of that. Now it's the offstage engagement, goes for the side air. Not able to get more. You saw Godly with that dodge down.
Okay,
Another
dude, I'm
one.
telling you, he picks up D-lights. Oh
He
my
still hits him.
gosh. 6-side Zig from Godly. Oh, the weapon toss was so close.
Didn't chase dodge
Dodge
after
up.
the
Okay,
nair.
now. Godly doing a great job fighting his way back in this as well after that second stock. Just barely got that neutral light after the final frames of spawning back in from Wess.
Godly playing a little bit back here, as that he's behind here in game number 2.
He's like 50 damage behind right now, but it's so scary because he's playing Strength Stance Fate.
Another side air. Downlight side air. Wess gonna take game number 2.
Dude. Wess taking a well-earned sip of water after that one. Dude, Wess is up 2-0 on Godly. He was a substitute for this tournament, man, and it was supposed to be tight here, but he couldn't make it.
Dude, we might have Wess in our winners final here. All he has to do is win one more game over Godly. What's Godly got? Are we going to see the swap?
No swap.
All fate. Small World's End. It worked out for Godly at the start of game number 2, where he was able to hit that Scythe N-Sig.
Dude, all of the movement that Wess has, all of the movement that is baked into the Boots kit, Wess is using it so well.
Okay. Godly hits a side light. Nice neutral light into the side air. Keeping that momentum going, but he disarms himself with that weapon throw, and Wess
Nice pickup.
gets caught.
Oh, nice down air.
Touched. Oh, the weapon toss gets interrupted,
Oh
and Godly.
my gosh.
He's going to get in there, gets that down air, and that's going to be Godly with the first stock.
Another super early stock in a completely different set of circumstances. I thought he was going to start to go out there for like maybe a GC sidelight into the side air. Dude, he's adding so much damage on the side now. Great ground pound.
Not so great second one, but he still manages to get that recovery into the neutral air.
Decent amount of damage added up by that. Swapping now over to the gauntlets. Being careful on the wall. He knows Godly doesn't have a weapon. Now he has it. Wess was able to play high on the wall because he was at weapon advantage. Oh. Nice ground pound just like that. See if he can even it up like he did previous stock. Or previous game.
Trying to make another repeat performance. Goes in with the boots towards Godly. Dodge for dodge. Ooh, just out space there. Godly gets caught. Doesn't get hit by this turnaround side air. Still manages to land down.
Dude, the two-piece and then Godly dodges through the GCD light from Wess. Now picking up the gauntlets. Did hit the neutral air. Second neutral air, turnaround down air. Then the spot dodge. Gets punished.
Godly still catches him with that neutral air. Wess definitely not stealing the stock the way that he did in game number 2. He's real low. Still gets the wall touch.
He prioritized the weapon over going for something like tapping it in there with the GCD light into the ground pound.
Good spacing from Godly. He'll hit that side air. Potential here for Godly to get on the board.
Wess still hasn't been able to even up the damage difference between these two players. He's now on final stock. Coming in with the gauntlets. There's the side light. Dodge backwards. Wess dodges down over onto the wall. He's playing high on the wall. He's not really worried about the threat of the D-light. Oh, Godly keeps it going. He was perched for another down air. Goes in with a turnaround ground pound. Is there going to be the dare into the stage? It's the ground pound. Gets the KO. We're evened up on stocks. Wess is 80 damage behind.
Good on Wess staying close to the wall. Godly's weapon toss went a little bit wide there, and so Wess was able to skirt past, get that ground pound. There's that dodge down again. Godly likes to go low out of that side air.
Wess has got a lot of ground to make up. He's staying really low on the wall, like the bottom 50% before coming back up.
Triple exclamation points. Okay, I'm glad he touched back down.
Oh,
the dodge up this time from Godly. Wess was reading down.
He felt safe enough to do that because there wasn't the turnaround potential of a scythe.
Still gets the wall touch. 1 exclamation point, 2 exclamation points. Touches back down again, goes for the turnaround. Going real high this time.
Gosh. Oh, the down air. This could set up the end of the game. Yes, it does. The weapon toss to finish it off. Dude, I'm worried because I'm worried for Wess.
Okay.
Because I'm worried that Godly is going to get the reverse 3, and it was like it was so close. There's so many times that Wesley has been so close, only for it to be ripped away from him by his opponent. I'm worried that's the case here.
Well, we talked about Wes's mental fortitude, his ability to shake off all those losses, all of those pains. That's a situation where it'll definitely play a factor. Man, he was so close to getting this in the final stocks too. Like, he was hitting those side airs. And like we said at the beginning of game number 2, where it's like just that one moment can determine everything, and Wess just was picking slightly wrong, unfortunately.
See if he can find his way in on this scythe from Godly. Godly giving him plenty of room.
Nice.
Dude, I'm just going to forever fear the Godly scythe insig. Like, if they're anywhere near orange and up high, like, I'm worried about the scythe insig.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it can come out so quick. Orb insig also comes out quick. Wess currently disarmed. There's the weapon spawn, won't matter as Godly hits a sidelight side air and denies the weapon pickup.
Wess struggling to find his way in.
Nice.
Oh, he does get the unarmed Sair to send Godly over to the right side, but then he pushes further off stage.
Went for the jump ground pound, was just off the mark, goes for it again. Godly back up onto the stage, the side air.
Exclamation points were getting a little scary for Wess there, but he found his way over and behind Godly. There's the sidelight side air. That gets the KO.
Yeah, Wess was looking for the side air to the right. You saw him positioning, but Godly just stayed a little bit further to the left. Good dodge down from Godly, avoids that recovery. Time for extra credit. Ooh, side air gets him over the corner there. Weapon toss not gonna land. Can he get the ground pound? Nope. Respects the recovery from Godly.
Recovery off the top. Evening things up in terms of stocks. 50 damage difference between the two going back over to the boots. Hoping that string potential can shrink that lead, do 50 damage real quick. Godly picks up the scythe, starts it off with a strong D-light chasing after him. There's the ground pound. Oh, what happened? Wess was unhappy with that.
Yeah, even he's reacting because he just fell after that ground pound landed on him.
He's going to have to shake that one off really quickly. He's a full stock behind.
All right, down light, stays grounded there, hits that neutral, hits the side light, gets 2 down airs, not quite enough ground pound.
No way!
Steals the stock. That is mental fortitude. His brain is the Fort Knox of mental.
That's Big Boss Man running the show, Big Boss Man Wess. If he can get through this orb, he can take it 3-1 here. Otherwise, Godly answers back, pushes it to game 5.
Reads the dodge through, goes for the down sig. Godly gets away from it. Another side air. This time doesn't active input chase.
Oh, the backside. I feel like he faded back just enough for that to hit it at just enough lingering frames.
Throws it away. Different set of boots. Ground pound. Godly gets past it, turns it around, going for the down air. Ooh, jumps over. Another side air from Godly. Can he force the game 5?
Where's the down air over the corner? No, he doesn't even commit to that. There's the down air from the middle of the stage.
Wild signatures. Ground pound bounces him. Doesn't hit the down air. Side air from Wess. Ooh, misses the second one. Godly gonna send Wess off stage with a side air of his own.
I think a side air from like a normal spot on the stage might do it. That disarms the weapon toss. The dodge is down. Can Wess finish it off here? He goes in on under pressure. They're both going on arms off stage. Wess grabs the in light. It's not gonna be enough just yet. The weapon toss goes low.
Great reaction from Godly. Recoveries above the weapon throw.
Brother!
Stays below.
No! Wess, what did you do?
He went for an N-Sig, praying that Godly just panic jump 3 times or something. Might have just been a misinput, but either way, that gave Godly the opportunity to come up and hit the recovery and force a game 5.
Oh my gosh. I hope we can get a replay of Wes's reaction after that, dude. That's brutal. He brought it back. Then he disarmed Godly. Oh no.
And this is where things get dire. This is what you were worried about. The game 5, Godly potential reverse threes. It is going to take everything in Wes's Fort Knox to keep his mental straight here.
Godly looks bored, but we obviously know that he's not.
He's not. He's locked in. Maybe that's just his resting face.
He's trying to keep himself laser focused on what he has in front of him.
3, 2, 1.
We're going into game 5.
Here we go.
First weapon goes over to Wess, going to be the gauntlets.
Small world's end for game number 5. Wess trying to get that neutral air, but it was actually a wake-up gravity cancel sidelight from Godly.
Ooh, Godly's starting this one off really strong so far.
Gets the nair, doesn't get the down air. N-Sig, a little bit wild there from Godly, but it ends up leading to a side air. Down
He
Sig
finally
will
got
finally
it!
get a KO for
He
Godly.
finally did it! No way! And he's going to get the KO there to open this one up with only 50 damage on his stock. Massive lead here for Godly.
Fantastic position for Godly. Wess, no weapon spawn to his name. It's all the way on the left side. Gonna have to dash jump over there.
Man, Wess has already got a mountain to climb. The game just started. These inlights from Godly.
He's
They're
sweating.
just adding up piece by piece. Another inlight.
Oh, the weapon toss in
And
the
he
face
picks
too.
it back up, man.
Another
Another
weapon
one, he
toss.
picks it back up.
Oh, misses the nair. Wess starting to fall apart. Misses
no.
the Sair.
Dude, all of these like really
Misses
close
the
whiffs.
sidelight.
Godly's just ready with the inlights. That time he picks up a sidelight side air. Almost hits the neutral signature. Probably would have been a
Punish.
KO off the top.
Where you going?
Godly's feeling good.
Disarmed.
These signatures coming out. It feels like he wants to play for the mental damage. He really wants to shut Wess down right now. And that's exactly what he's doing. Wess shaking his head.
Final stock here for Wess. He was up 2-0, and now he's down to his final stock against the 3 of Godly.
Wess needs a miracle. Godly just needs to keep doing what he's doing.
Sidelight. Oh, the dodge up from Godly. Side air, not enough. Okay. He hits 1, denies the 3 stock. A miracle play here from Wess, and suddenly things could be even.
2 minutes in, finally finding that first stock off of Godly. The recovery, he just kind of does it in place straight up. Godly's able to grab the weapon, coming back with the orb. The orb that's been tearing Wesley apart this game.
Ooh, okay, the wake up, gravity cancel, down Sig.
Only in the yellow, so it's not going to send Godly too far off of that.
Wess still taking a lot of the damage here, gets up, gets that recovery.
More recoveries coming out from Wess. Another insig from Godly. This one gets punished.
Still no dodges coming out from Godly, so Wess can't continue the pressure. Goes into
He's
the
in it
down Sig!
again!
And Godly gonna close it out 3-2.
Dude, the signature usage from Godly, that final game when he felt like so much mental damage had already been inflicted and he wanted to do more. You saw that signature usage go up.
Yeah, he was feeling good. I mean, being up 3 stocks to 1, he could get away.